going home. Oh, you have something extra for me to do on a Friday afternoon? Allow me to introduce you to my friend. It's called Not Giving a Shit. Bye. I'll do it on Monday, right? Haha, fuck you, buddy. I ain't doing shit. Oh, it's very important? Then you do it then. That's how I feel on a Friday. So, this super important project, yeah. Why don't you go ahead and give that to someone who gives a fuck? Because quite frankly, I don't. That's right, I don't give a goddamn. I'm going home. Oh, we love Fridays. I love Fridays. Fridays are awesome. Fridays are extra fucking special, which is totally awesome. And quite frankly, I had a great day. I spent the whole morning raiding with you guys, which was just fan-dabby-dozy. Preparing for Monday's video. This water bottle keeps making a noise. That's really annoying. Preparing for Monday's video, which is totally cool. Totally cool. We're preparing for Monday's video, so I had to film some good quality HD footage. A lot of the footage that I managed to gather for Monday's video is always low quality. It's like the people who film gameplay don't know how to record it properly. Besides me, right? Of course, my shit's all high quality, super standard. It's magnifique. So, do it yourself. That was the solution. Go and do it yourself. I couldn't get any high quality, awesome footage, so I went and I got it myself. Yes. All good. So I got to raid with you guys, which was really cool. It was really awesome. We did some Blackwing Descent. We all got the Slayers of Incompetent Minions achievement together. We also went off to AQ40. I got the Red Mount, which was totally cool. What else did we do? We did something else. We did Razor Gore. Oh, we did ICC as well. We did fucking ICC, which was totally awesome. Totally awesome. So, great morning was had. I didn't get the Dark Edge of Insanity to the guy who won it. I hate you. I hate you forever. It blinks. I need it. I need it. But that is, of course, why we enjoy trying and trying again, don't we? Because eventually it will drop again. We don't rage, except on a Friday, because Fridays are all about rage and drama and mischief and all this kind of stuff. That's what we absolutely love. Okay, Fridays about the drama. I just want to mention very quickly, a lot of you keep asking about this. I don't know why you think I care. But it's about War Z. But I suppose I should mention it, as I do kind of get involved with talking about games on occasion. War Z, everyone's trying to get a refund back, and of course the wonderful company and the developer of War Z have told you, no, you're not having a refund. What is the War Z? I see many of you pondering to yourself. I'm sure many of you have heard of DayZ, a mod for Arma 2, in which a simulated post-apocalyptic zombie invasion has occurred in Mother Russia. I believe it's Mother Russia, or maybe Mother Poland, somewhere around there. And you have to survive. That is the aim of the game. You have to eat a lot of beans and first aid yourself and things like that. And the War Z, as soon as DayZ became popular, some scrubby little developer decided to jump all over this and make their own game called War Z. A lot of people pre-bought it and got access to the alpha and all this stuff. And then suddenly, they stupidly banned one of the guys who was a forum moderator during the alpha. Yes, they did. This guy, I believe his name is Devilon, decided to go ahead and break the fourth wall, break all treaties, and post what he knew about the game in retaliation, which was that it was the exact same game that they had already made and just put a skin over the top. It had the same animations. It was terrible. They'd asked for a lot of money in order to create this game, and it was a biz game. They were just trying to grab as much money as possible. Lame. Yeah, really bad business practice. But this company was notorious for making these kind of decisions. So anybody who bought into this, it's kind of your own fault. Check out your developers beforehand. Did EA make it? Maybe you should second guess. Is it being run by Sony Online Entertainment? Maybe you should second guess. So, you know, these kind of things are good things to know. Have faith in your developers. If Blizzard made it, it's probably had a little bit of care and attention thrown into it. If EA has made it, it's probably trying to just take all your money. And, of course, it will come with DLC that is already on the disc. You know, things like that. Things like that we all absolutely love. Those kind of things. So, yeah, War Z, I don't really care about it. As soon as I see someone try and jump on the bandwagon, I tend not to do it. What did we speak about yesterday? Oblivioid, those kind of games. I stay away from them. I do. I would rather pay the extra $10 and get the proper product when it arrives. So, sorry guys. I just want to say, okay, I've got to touch on this. I want to make sure I get my facts right. I read this earlier today on MMO Champion. I hadn't noticed this, but I should have noticed this. That when you join an LFR now, and you're queued up for an LFR, it no longer tells you if a boss is dead or not. It doesn't say 2 out of 6. This is to stop people who want to do a whole instance quitting it, right? This is the plan, is that they want this to happen. So, Blizzard is trying to defend the removal of telling you whether or not it's a complete instance or not. This is a really, really shitty thing to do to a lot of people who are now going to be dumped into shitty fucking groups. Shitty groups. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, previously, if you wanted to do LFR, you would queue and then your queue would pop. But let's say you were doing Mogoshon Vaults as 3 bosses. It would say 2 out of 3 bosses killed, which means only the last boss is alive. You probably don't want to do the last boss on its own, for good reason, because it means you have to kill that boss, you have to join a group that seems to have fallen apart at the last boss, which means they probably can't do it, and then re-queue again to do the first 2 other bosses, then leave at the 3rd boss, creating an endless circle jerk of fail. Blizzard has said, and I quote, oh yeah, they've also nerfed the spawn of herbs and mining nodes. Great. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass that there was a lot of things around to make stuff with. That was real. I like farming longer. I think that's great. Oh, they were too cheap at the auction house? What a bummer. That's a real bummer. To explain why we made this LFR change, let's go back to the problem. Everyone, bold statement, we were all facing this problem. Let's say a fresh LFR group is put together, they get 2 bosses down and then wipe a few times on the 3rd and lose 10 people who think they're too cool for wiping. If you wipe several times on the last boss, it's probably time to call it quits. It's LFR, alright? Those people who've left are not too cool to wipe. They realise that wiping in LFR consistently is a massive amount of fail, first of all. And not everybody was facing this problem. Now the group is down to 15, waiting for 10 new people. The queue pops for those 10, and most of them see 2 out of 6 and hit cancel. Yeah! I don't want to do 1 boss and re-queue. I want to do all 3 fucking bosses. Of course I do. Are you kidding me? What the hell? This is a problem? This is a problem that I don't want to go into a group that wipes consistently on the last boss? Are you kidding me? That's not a problem. That's a solution. That's warning me I don't want to join that group. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That makes total fucking sense. I don't want to do that. The raid still isn't full. The matchmaker has to go looking again for more people. And meanwhile, as time ticks on, people from the original run are getting more frustrated. Right? Like we give a shit. I don't give a shit if some group that can't do the last boss is getting frustrated. You should be frustrated that you couldn't kill the last boss. Seriously? Maybe a few of them leave. Oh no. And then there's even more spots to fill. Plenty of times everyone just gives up and the entire run falls apart. All those people are back in the queue and they'll be damned if they join an in-progress run to fall apart again. I really don't see the problem. I do not see the problem. Am I being stupid? I don't see the problem. This group that was put together for LFR cannot do the last boss. Guess what? They don't get to kill the last boss. Why are you forcing people to go and do that? To help them get through it. I mean, we already have to mix and match anybody and everyone into LFR. Is it really that much of a fucking issue that some people aren't getting to kill the last boss every now and again? Maybe next time they'll play better so they don't have to re-queue again. That's what I make of it. Maybe next time they will learn a thing or 2 and not cause 3 wipes. If I'm not the only one here, most of the time, the people who leave the group are the people who are more than capable of doing it. They just can't be asked. They're like, fuck this. I'd rather not do it. I'd rather just leave the group than keep wiping to this ridiculously easy boss. This is like wiping on the Shah of Anger. Why are you wiping? Boss does fucking nothing at all. Dying on that boss is like going out of your way. This apparently is a major issue, right? That these guys aren't getting to kill it. This is serious catering to people who need to know better. This is a lesson to be learned. If the group's falling apart because you can't kill the last boss, you need to play better next time. That's what you need to do. Not force people to enter the dungeon unknowingly. Unknowingly be dropped into the last boss. And of course then you try and re-queue. Which boss is most likely to be fallen apart on, or is the group likely to fall apart on in LFR? It's the last boss, right? Okay, it's your Elagons, it's your fucking twins. Those are the bosses that are likely to cause people to leave the dungeon. I'm pretty sure. Elagon's not the last boss, is it? But it's likely to be the last boss, let's say. So now we just create this circle jerk of people constantly re-queuing and joining the last boss. Oh, it will favour you joining a fresh run. Well, that's cool and all, but you're making me queue twice when I don't really want to do that. I just want to go in on a fresh run. I don't want to go into a fail run, wipe a few times, eventually kill it, then re-queue. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to do that. I'd rather have more chance at loot. Failing on Crush on Garalon. Yeah, exactly. Shit like that. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So, yeah, fuck you, Blizz. That's not a problem. It didn't need to be fixed. What needs to be fixed is people wiping in LFR. For all I care, make it easier. I really don't care. The loot from LFR is shit as it is. Go make it easier. I would rather that than have to double queue for LFR. Seriously, I would rather have LFR have a 100% success rate because you can't die and just re-queue and then have to queue twice to get in there. Seriously. Am I wrong in saying that? I don't think so. I don't think I am wrong in saying that. I don't go to LFR after the first time for anything other than to maybe get a couple of drops. So, let's go on with drama stories. Yeah. Okay, I've got 3 stories for you. And they're awesome. We have the Ally Guild of Bellends for the fucking Horde. We have the drama story ending in a long-term... the ending of a long-term friendship due to WoW. And we also have RP Drama Rage. Now, I'm going to tell you that the RP Drama Rage will be the last story of today because it is awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Because not only is it a quality drama story, it is full of roleplay, which means I can do funny voices and things. So I'm going to do it. Kirsty, I know you always want that one because it's going to get good. So we're going to kick off with the Ally Guild of Bellends for the fucking Horde. Yes, we are. Holla Preach! Hello to you. A little backstory. I started playing in Classic WoW. Playing just about every class. Never hit serious rating until Cataclysm. Wow. That's like 3 expansions. Seriously? You were playing for that long without getting into rating. I find that absolutely crackers. Where in Tier 11, I found 2 server-first fighting guilds, which is where the drama begins. I play a Holy Dis Priest, did some raiding in vanilla as a Prot Warrior and a Holy Priest, and a little bit as a Prot Pally. In vanilla? That can't have gone well. That can't have gone well whatsoever. I was playing a Holy Dis Priest, and the guild I joined first had all bosses down except Nefarian on normal, and Halphus Heroic was also down. I joined on the first raid of the reset in the week and was brought as a Holy Priest, and was told the other Holy Priests, 2 Holy Priests in a raid in Tier 11, you joined a newbie guild. Just gonna put it out there, just telling you, 2 Holy Priests per raid in Tier 11 sucks. The other Holy Priest would be evaluating me as he was the healing class leader. Throughout the raid, I destroyed the healing meter, doing at least 20% of the healing in a 25-man. Many of the raids started to say I would easily have a place, so after 3 weeks of being top healer and always showing up half an hour early for the raids, always having flasks and food and gems, and enchants ready to go even if I got gear, I was one of those people. How many of you do this? I want a quick poll in the chat. How many of you prepare for loot you don't actually have yet? I do this. I have like an enchant for every slot when we start a new raid. I have gems in my bag. I have all this kind of shit. So I get a new item, I can just modify it there. You can't really reforge it, but that doesn't really matter too much compared to getting a huge stat upgrade. No, we've got a guild. Look at this guy. No, we got a guild bank. We got a guild bank. Okay, no. Kind of a 50-50 split. A big shout out to Thud Hunter. I don't because I never get any. Forever Group 2. Forever Group 2, we never even kill a boss. Why would I bring stuff to modify gear that doesn't drop, right? I don't get to kill a boss. Forever Group 2. That's funny. That's cool. Even helping my guild out with enchants out of my own pocket. Never do that. Fuck that. I've done that in the past. No one ever pays you back. Oh, really? You've got this gem on you? I will give it you after the raid. Instantly logs off. Like, before they even say the raid's finished. It's like the last boss dies, they don't even check the loot. They're just offline. Rather than possibly give you your gem back. Does anybody have a red gem? Anybody around here have a red gem? Preach being the gentleman, like a sir. Yes, I have a red gem on me. Would you like me to trade you? Yeah, sure. I'll give it you back after the raid. They're in the bank. Cool, no problem. And then I pass that gem and they go, mine! Slam it in their gear. End of the raid. Alt F4. I'm fucking out of here. I'm out of here. I'm never giving it back. Never, ever, ever. Fuck you. I'm never giving anybody any gems ever again. After the raid on the 4th week of my trial, I was asked to come on vent with the guild master. This always seems to happen in your stories. Come to vent. Behold the power of the guild master, as I bestow upon you my words, and 2 of the officers to discuss my place in the guild. I was told I was too fucking arrogant for a server first attempting guild. That's right, your arrogance is preventing progress. Your arrogance is overwhelming our progress. We can't progress. And that I didn't bring anything to the raid other than choking the other healers healing and making them feel bad about it. That's right, you're doing too much healing. You're outperforming everybody, so we don't want you in the guild. Okay? We're attempting server first here. We don't need good players. The last thing we need while attempting server first is good players, okay? So can you get the fuck out of here? Can you just see your way out? We don't want you. You're playing too well, okay? You're making us feel bad. We don't like it. Just see your way out of the fucking... Have you ever heard of Group 2? Have you heard of Group 2? They're great people. They're great. They would love you in Group 2. They would love you. They need players like you. Even though I didn't once link the HPS or said anything about anyone's healing and helped anyone who asked me for it. I was told I could stay in the guild as a social, to which I clearly said, fuck you, and rightly so. Good on you, good sir, for telling them to go and fuck themselves. And left to join their competition on the server who the guild had taken over while I was in the raid. Oh, he jumped ships. He jumped ship to the enemy. Traitor. You could have stayed as a social member. You joined a raiding guild, I get it, but we're not letting you raid, so why are you leaving the guild? I don't understand this. Okay, look, let me explain it to you. You're a good player, and you did join the raiding guild, but you're playing too well, so why don't you stop raiding, which is the reason you joined, and just hang out in the guild? I don't see the problem. That makes no sense to me. So after joining the new guild, I was already slightly hated for being on the other server first guild. Why? Why? Only one person spoke to me normally, a Frost DK named Chair XFM. Chair XFM, you superstar. What a lovely Frost DK. What a guy. What a guy. I was brought to every raid for the 4 weeks I was there, and once again topped the healing. But the GM just came back to the guild. Where do all these GMs go? Is there like a GM sort of getaway that I don't know about? Where all the GMs from all the guilds in WoW, they just go on holiday together. They go to like a summer camp, they talk about shit. And he decided to re-roll a priest. Motherfucker. FML on that one. Seriously? You're re-rolling a priest? God damn. And in my last week of trial, I was told that I was no longer needed in the main raid team, as the GM has priority over the main of the raiders. The raiders didn't protest to keep me, but to no avail. I was sent. Where was he sent, guys? Come on. Where were you sent? You're no longer needed in the main raid. Where does he now belong? Where does he belong? You are going to one place and one place only. Team 2, my friend! Did you know about Team 2? You're off to fucking Group 2, buddy! Yay! Cheers for you, man! You're off to Raid Group 2, which was a 10-man. Oh my god. It's terrible. And had only downed 4 bosses in normal tier 11. The week I joined, I boosted them to all but Nefarian and Alakir down before once again being replaced in Group 2 by the GM on his Resto Druid alt. This GM be trolling. This GM has a lot of alts. Wow, what a reroller. What a fucking gangster. I kindly messaged him, informing him he was a cunt and should catch clap. And that no one would ever love him. Fucking hell, you know what I mean? He just wanted to play his alt in a raid. That's all he wanted to do. Why get on his case, man? Why get on his case? No one would ever love him. But that sounds harsh coming from a member of Group 2. Oh! Too soon? Too soon? That's what I would fight back with, you know what I mean? I'm replacing you. Oh, no one will ever love you. Oh, right. Sorry. Sorry I have to take insults from a member of fucking Group 2. Kiss my ass. Get a load of this Group 2 guy trying to give me shit. I don't think so. I don't fucking think so at all. Burn. Kiss my ass, Group 2. Shortly after this, for some unknown reason to me, I was G-kicked. I don't know why. You called the GM a cunt, you say? Can't put my finger on it. I can't put my finger on it. I took this as my chance to move to Horde and my rightful place as a Blelf, ghost kiss ass, where I joined a casual raid guild just to get me into raiding until I found a permanent home. But there was not the end of the drama for this faithful priest, as Firelands was released. A sequel is due. A sequel to this story is apparently due. We will wait with bated breath. We're still waiting on the sequel from last week's 2 stories that we got from one wonderful subscriber. He has yet to send them to me. Oh, ice cold water is just like the most luscious thing ever. It's absolutely amazing. Our poor friend, shit on no matter where he goes. However, what's our golden rule? Not that I'm saying this is the case. If every guild you join seems to have assholes or treats you badly, it's very possible you're the asshole. It is very possible. It's very possible. If every guild you join seems to be treating you like an asshole, it's very possible. It's very, very possible. It is possible. Now this one is going to get emotional. Oh yes. It's the drama story and the ending of a long-term friendship due to WoW. I'm going to speed through this one because I do want to spend adequate time on our role-playing drama rage because it is particularly awesome. Holla Preacher and a brofist to you from lovely Scotland. I love Scotland. Scotland's a beautiful country. Besides Glasgow. Glasgow I got treated badly, but everywhere else was totally awesome. Especially the Cairngorms, for those of you who know what that is. It's wonderful. Around the end of January, I was persuaded to download the World of Warcraft trial version by a friend of mine. I will call him... I want a good name, because I'm going to use this name a lot. I'm going to go with Silly Jim. Silly Jim. Silly Jim. Silly Jim, you convinced your friend to get the World of Warcraft trial? You're an asshole. Really? The trial is the worst thing in the universe. What, like level 20? What's that, 20 minutes work? Jesus. Even Ali got a Warlock to 10 in the morning, and she's a girl. You know what I mean? That I had known for a long time. Since I was around 7 to 8 years old, we had known Silly Jim. That's a long-ass time. Unless you're only 9 years old, in which case it's not that long. You didn't state your age, therefore I have no idea. We had played X-Bex a lot together since 2009-ish. But we were getting a bit tired of it for various reasons. Like, because it's a console, right? Got a PC upstairs, are you kidding me? So I decided to give WoW a shot. I asked him a good class to start, and he recommended a hunter, a troll hunter? What? Would anybody have landed on that? Would anybody have possibly landed on that? What class should I roll? You should roll a troll hunter. A troll hunter? Really? Is your first class? Fuck that. No way. I would not have done that whatsoever. That's cruel. That is borderline cruel. Despite trolls looking like complete dog shit, the class was a good one for me. I enjoyed it. Fair enough. And he rolled a troll druid. 2 trolls together? Whatever floats your boat, sirs. I would rather be a Tauren hunter. And we set off into the world together. We leveled until about 60 when he got a little bored and started playing his 85 paladin. That fucking friend, right? That friend who gets you into World of Warcraft and then fucks you over. He leaves so quickly. 0 to 60? Are you fucking kidding me? Seriously? He's that fucking friend. He's that guy. Come and play WoW. We'll play together. We'll level together. I do this with Ghost all the time. I'm like, why don't we play this game together? He goes, okay. I log on. He's halfway through the game already. Fuck you, right? He's that guy. He's that fucking guy. Don't be that guy. Don't get your friend into WoW and then dump him at level 60 as the game's starting to get really cool. He started to play his 85 Paladin that he had leveled a while ago. I said I was fine to continue on my own. Yeah, sure. Like, you've got a choice. Hey, I'm not going to play anymore with you, specifically. I'm still going to play the game, just not with you. Is that okay? Well, yeah, I guess so. I guess I have to be okay with that, right? You're a dick. But yeah, I suppose I have to go and do that. So I was really looking forward to getting to level 85 and doing some LFR heroics and stuff. You poor misguided fool. What did we say about when friends level? Friends don't let friends get excited about LFR. I want that on a t-shirt immediately. Where's Andy? Is he in the chat? I need a t-shirt immediately that says friends don't let friends get excited over LFR. I need that right now. I need it immediately. It needs to be on the store immediately. I need to buy it. Jesus. Jesus Christ. And heroics. And heroics. We don't let friends have excited about heroics either. We don't want that. We decided to start our own guild and all was going well. I'm sure it was. You did. This is every classic mistake in World of Warcraft. 1, 2 trolls. Fail. 3, excited about LFR. Fail. 2 newbies starting their own guild. Triple fail. That's the trifecta of fail, okay? Uninstall immediately. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen. I dinged and we started doing LFR together. Something that I enjoyed doing with him. Mainly because I always beat him on DPS. LOL! I've just dinged and I'm beating you on DPS with my troll fucking hunter. Right. I mainly enjoyed LFR because I always beat my friend who had been 85 for some time. And he always cried about it being the class. Of course it's the class. After a few weeks of LFR, I hung myself. No, it doesn't say that. There was a pug going to Dragon Soul in Orgrimmar. We asked if... You poor man! You poor man! You bought World of Warcraft and all you're going to know about is LFR and Dragon Soul? Sucks, dude. Seriously. We asked if we could join, and after inspection and being told I needed an enchant for a nerfed Dragon Soul pug, we got in. With my friend playing Ret Pally and me being a survival hunter. I was nervous as fuck because I knew this was a little harder than looking for a raid. Well, it all went quite well, to be honest. Me topping the meters like a baller, despite the fact I was sweating like Jimmy Savile in a creche from... Oh, anybody not from the UK won't get that, but I salute you, my friend. And him close behind and down in the first 4 bosses quite easily. The raid leader decided to call it Ultraxion, as he didn't think the deeps was high enough. Too soon is being stabbed in the chat. Too soon, it's too soon. That was pretty funny. I had really enjoyed it and asked Silly Jim if he wanted to do another one next week. He said yes, but that pug never came. It never does. It never does. The weekly pug, oh God, there's nothing more volatile than a weekly pug. During the course of the next week, an old friend of Silly Jim's, a guy who fucking hated me for various reasons, that's a whole other story that we want to know, started playing Xbox again. And Silly Jim started playing with him and ignoring me. Fuck Silly Jim. Silly Jim, you're an asshole, really? He's that guy. He's now quit WoW. The circle is complete. We have everything we need from that friend who we just don't like. We have him getting you into WoW, recommending you total dog shit, then leaving the fucking game. You assholes! You guys stop getting people into WoW and then quitting the fucking game. Silly Jim. Jesus, man. Jesus. I hate those guys. A few weeks later, I've skipped ahead. I don't want to do that. I thought little of it and continued playing WoW. Later that week, I saw Silly Jim online, playing a new character on his server. I asked if he wanted to try and find a pug, and he said he was, and I quote, server testing. Just now and couldn't. I'm server testing. I'm testing the server. What are you doing right now? I'm server testing. That's got to be the best get out of jail free card ever. Because no matter who you say that to, they think you're retarded and don't want to speak to you. What are you doing right now in WoW? Right, that's it. Every time one of you whisper me, that's the reply you're going to get. I'm server testing. I'm server testing. Get over it. I'm busy now. I'm server testing. And I want to see what you guys say. So next time any of you whisper me in game, that's what I'm going to say. I assume by server testing he meant for me and him because we had been talking about leaving the one we were on. It was horseshit. Although I did make a ton of money from bags on it, thanks to your good self. Awesome. A few weeks later, we still hadn't spoken, and I was getting a bit pissed off at him. Good. I decided to ask him what the fuck was going on. He didn't like that and started being a soppy bollocks. A soppy bollocks! Oh my god, I haven't heard that insult in so fucking long. You being a soppy bollocks. That's classic. And he started a big soppy bollocks argument on Facebook. Soppy bollocks is the new fucking insult. The insult of the week is soppy bollocks. I want you to use it in your raids and in your pugs. Stop being a soppy bollocks. I'll type it for the chat. Soppy bollocks. I wish your task for this week, as like Fight Club, is to go out into the world of Warcraft and describe somebody as a soppy bollocks and see what they say. And I want screenshots, people. I want fucking screenshots of what people say. A soppy bollocks? What the fuck does that mean? I want you to say it to Greeks, it's Polish. I want you to call them soppy bollocks. And I want screenshots. Preachgaming@gmail.com. I wish screenshots for next week's Friday. Next Friday, I'll show some good screenshots. Only if it's a cool response, though. Don't just send me a screenshot of you typing soppy bollocks. That's terrible. I want a funny reply like, what the fuck does that mean? I want people to be somewhat baffled by this comment. Soppy bollocks. I thought little of it because we had been friends for years and we had arguments before, and it always ended with us kissing and making up. I logged on WoW the next day. I had been removed from my position of officer in our guild. I knew why and went fucking mental. I lost my shit. Yeah! Yes, you did. I went straight onto Facebook. Of course you did. Where else are you going to go and have a go at your real life friend, motherfucker? To Facebook! I demand it! I'll ride the horses to Facebook! I can see it now in Game of Thrones when they finally crush the feared army. They're going to race off to Facebook and start some bullshit. This is outrageous! To Facebook with us! Ride, people! Ride! To Facebook. That's so cool. I lost my shit on Facebook. That's like a contradiction in terms. I went straight onto Facebook and had a real good fucking go at him. I typed the shit out of it. I was like, you soppy bollocks. Take that. Burn. I asked him why I was demoted, and after more than 10 years of being friends, did he really think I was really going to log WoW and nick some virtual shitty items from the guild bank? He said it wouldn't have surprised him. I won't go into anything else that was said because some of it was personal and way over the line from both sides. Did you call each other's mothers? Did you go there? Did you call each other's mothers? Did you take it there? That's too far, man. You took it too far. I told him we were done and to go and fuck himself. I'm sure he did. I'm sure most of you. I'm sure you did as well. In the coming weeks, I watched my first live web show and found out about Ghosty and the guys in Stark, so I decided to get off the dead dump of a server and join them. You're a member of Stark? Awesome. After a month or so, I was asked by a certain Bood, that crazy little Australian-Asian combination of sexual goodness, if I was interested in raiding with team that comes after one. Bood, Forever Team 2. Is he in the chat? Have we got Bood? The king, the recruiter of Forever Team 2. What a guy. What a guy. And after I said yes, of course, it was great fun. We downed 4 out of 8 heroic within the first few weeks before everyone stopped for Mr. Pandaria. Me and Silly Jim have started talking again in recent weeks. I really hope that he doesn't watch this or won't be for long. Well, hi, Silly Jim. By the way, so I suppose with that getting to raid and with those guys due to the whole affair, it wasn't all bad. But I hope I didn't bore you at all. Never! We are never bored on a Friday drama. Lost a real-life friend over World of Warcraft. Shocking stuff. Shocking stuff. Shocking. I love the way we took it to Facebook. We went there. We took it to Facebook. What else is there to say? We took it to Facebook. Right. The next story It's going to be difficult for me to read, so there will be water drinking. I'm going to have another go now, because this is the RP Drama Rage. Oh, yes. And this story is immense. I need my throat to work. Okay. You asked for a bit of drama, and I noticed you mentioned role-playing in the daily. We did. It's a good synergy of what we were talking about. And I thought I'd give my tale of drama, nerd rage, and broken keyboards that I have experienced while investing in this game. I started playing in the Burning Crusade, and, one might say, dabbled a bit of RP. I leveled an Orc Warrior named... I'm going to keep this one the same. No, I'm not. Who shall be? K-Pop. K-Pop, it is you. I leveled an Orc Warrior named K-Pop. I'd always loved fantasy, and not being a skinny guy, felt that an orc best epitomised me. Or at least what I'd want to be if this was real. I was at university while playing and had signed up to be part of the gaming club. Yes, no sex for me. Are you kidding me? Kidding? Gamer chicks are hot, man. Gamer chicks know about internet porn. That makes them super fucking hot. Are you kidding me? They know they don't want to just lie there like a sack of potatoes. They want to do all kinds of fucked up shit they've seen on the internet. Gamer chicks are the best. Gamer chicks are the best. We weren't all best mates, but we had some social time IRL and a few good parties, and it was there I met a player called Nudra. I'm going to forget these names. I totally know I am. K-Pop and Nudra. Got to remember them ahead. I met a player called Nudra, another Orc Warrior, a tank, guildmaster, and a fervent RPer. This sounds like the nerdiest club ever. 2 RPers meeting IRL. What are the odds of that? I'm not talking about some sort of RP event. This is in real life. I have never met like RPers combined. That's like, I mean, surely like something started to shake and a vortex formed. But there you go. We got on pretty well, and I found out that he played on the same realm as me. Are you fucking kidding me? Another RP? Well, it's supposed to be an RP realm, so that kind of makes sense. All right, I'll let that one slide. All right. When I reached level 70 and been pushing some heroics for a while, I spoke to him about joining his guild. We were so nerdy about it, he even had me trial duel other players from the guild to prove my worthiness as an orc. Remember, this is a story riddled with RP. I beat 8 out of 9 of them and was congratulated and entered the guild on a trial. The guild was called Shade of the War Chief. It was filled with orcs and a smatter of other races, and as far as RP went, we all got pretty into it. Vent chats would include guttural, aggressive boasting, drinking huge tankards of ale, which I can't quite believe from the high-pitched voices of certain prepubescent players, while gaming and in certain cases learning Orcish, Elfish, et al. We had a blast, and for the most part I got on really well with my fellow role players. We enlisted a few more guys from the uni gaming club, and I found I had a bit of a knack for high DPS and a severe enjoyment of butchering Alliance scum in PvP. As the Black Temple approached, I was still not a full-time member of Raid 1, which was cool because I hadn't been in the guild as long as others, and I was known primarily for going PvP berserk on Vent. Not just for PvPing, he went PvP berserk with a Z. Scaring various Fairhouse mates and almost being arrested once for a misunderstanding on a Halloween RP night out when a rather drunk non-gamer genuinely believed I was going to skin the fair arse off another gamer who was wilting under my rage. This was all roleplay. I was an orc. He was a blood elf. Orcs eat blood elves for breakfast, even in the world of RP. Did you hear that, Ghost? When you watch this back, it's even RP lore. The orcs eat those fucking blood elves for breakfast. I just want that. It's in the RP. It's in the fucking lore. It's here. It's here. I've got it here. I was an orc and he was a blood elf, and after a few drinks on the town we got into RP mode and had staged an argument over relative honour and other such stuff. Alas, it was highly embarrassing, but gave the gaming club and by extension the guild for the next few months a lot of laughs, which is what it's all about. I don't give a shit that that guy is really into football. I'm into my RP and I'm enjoying the shit out of it. As Black Temple approached, Nudra asked if I'd like to be the DPS warrior classmaster, as he had a lot of uni work and GMing and didn't want to master the warriors en masse. I accepted and felt pretty good. As an officer, I got a greater raid spot and went of more and more farm raids to prepare for Illidan, who, as you can imagine for an RP guild of uber sexless nerds, I wouldn't put yourselves down like that. I know a lot of RPers who are into the furry cup. Was like Christmas porn. Is Christmas porn better? Is that for an RPer maybe? You know, you've got the elves with the Santa hats. Just the whole thing, getting into the theme. Oh, question. Do RPers need to watch storyline related porn? Does it immerse you a little bit more? I'm just kidding, of course, right? I'm just kidding, of course. But I just need to know. I need to know. Does he need a story? Do you need the guy to try and repair the copier? Does it bother you when he hasn't got the correct tool bag? I'm just saying. Is he spoiling your immersion? I've got to do it, right? These are the easiest RP jokes in the world. You've got to do it. He's ruining my immersion. My friendship or orc respect with Nudra grew and Vent became more enjoyable, more outrageous, and despite the bass-voiced, anger-fueled acting, no one felt threatened and the other raiders played their parts magnificently. So, let's summarise what we've got on here. We've got some guys who've met IRL, are very into RP, are in and run an RP guild, and Vent is actually in character. This is one of the things about RP you're going to need to understand for the remainder of this story. Watch porn for the story. Is that they do things in character, including looting. They do it in character. When you speak on Vent, you speak in character, okay? It's not like, dude, I want that fucking weapon. It's like, I doth want the weapon, and such and so forth. And then came the Black Temple. My PvP rating had dipped a tiny bit due to uni work and focusing more on PvE. I didn't mind in the least because I was playing hard and still managing some very, very high DPS, especially amongst the melee. Obviously, Illidan's legendary glaives were a much sought-after commodity. Really? I don't remember that. They certainly didn't cause guilds to fall apart. Definitely not. Legendary raid drops are awesome. We were spammed by the rogues, messaged en masse by the warriors who hadn't pushed for a raid spot. Glaives were all the rage. Nudra, to his credit here, told the guild that we would focus on the kill. The loot would go to the most deserved and hardest fighting player. We did use DKP, but by extension, the hardest workers would have the highest points anyway. So I guess he was just pushing his leadership and decision and trying to shut up the loot whores. I have been there. When we finally killed Illidan, Nudra took the first glaive. Took an age to drop, but hey, he was the guildmaster and main tank, so I didn't think much of it. And we celebrated in Shattrath, rejoiced in our GM, who then proudly mentioned me, K-pop, as his second and equally deserving for the glory. I was pretty happy IRL and in-game, gave a bow and a roar and bellowed, "For the Horde!" on Vent. Nice. Let the farming for glory begin. So if you didn't understand what I just told you, is that Nudra, the GM, has pronounced K-pop as next in line for that Warglaive. Awesome. Now Black Temple was finished, the guild began to farm. We didn't see a glaive for an age, but Nudra managed to suit up in a full tier 6, and the rest of the guild were becoming geared to the nuts. I like that. I am geared to the nuts. That's right. I am balls deep in gear. I was saving. I knew I was entitled to the glaives. The guild knew it. My PvP partner was counting on it, and so was I. The Alliance would bleed under the weight of my oppression, and I was counting on this reward to give me a hard edge over the enemy. And a hard edge in your pants. Am I right, players? Warglaives, bitch! Warglaives when they counted. Yeah, we want that shit. It took another month of farming before it happened. You're lucky. We got one main hand Warglaive ever in our guild. I even remember the conversation on Vent in guild chat, and for you I will iterate it out as if it happened. In RP for your enjoyment, before I do I must mention, be made to 2 new additions to the guild. Feo, a blood elf paladin, and Treats, an undead warrior who was a close friend of Nudra IRL. Same unicos or something. Anyway, Illidan dies, and Nudra, and again he falls, green scum. Illidan's black, right? And kind of grey-purple. Just going to put that out there. If you're going to RP, get it right. Me, a glorious victory for the Horde. Nudra, sending the peons for their loot. For glory, friends! I kind of really wish I was there when this kind of shit goes on while we're looting, because this sounds awesome. Sounds so good. The Warglaive drops. Vent erupts in shouts and celebrations, and I feel a tightening in my gut. Excitement, nerves, joy, hunger, terror. Feo, a worthy prize. Nudra, she speaks true. The bloody sword of the betrayer will be bestowed upon the most worthy of our praise. Treats, our glorious leader, a terrifying warrior. At this point, chat is tearing it up, celebrating Horde style and asking which worthy fighter will be given the prize. To other lore, I remember this. The other loot, and I remember this clearly, was the Bulwark of Azzinoth and the Skull of Gul'dan, Hand of Gul'dan, the one and the piece of tier armor I needed. Me, glorious war leader, I recommended this undead be given the armor he deserved. It is a fitting gain he must prize. Nudra, indeed, a most wise choice. Treats gets his tier piece, and a warlock who escapes me gets the other. Nudra takes to the Bulwark without nary a glance at the off-tank and launches into a speech while I'm just about bricking my pants. Who doesn't loot the Warglaive first? Who the fuck doesn't do that? What the hell? If the Warglaive drops, you loot it first. You get that shit out of the way, because then you can cloud it with other stuff. You loot it first. Peter's not looting it correctly. Nudra, for so long we have been denied justice, and the might to sever the heads of our enemies. Finally the reward has come. Finally we are complete. I stepped forward in front of Nudra. We actually lined up, and he would stand in front of us to speak. We were right role-playing. So when the boss dies, you all get in a line, and the glorious war chief paces back and forth, delivering his mighty speech. This is so cool. I wish I was into it. It's the coolest thing ever. And a slash kneel. And IRL, I am seriously about to shit my pants. Feo, take it, war chief. You deserve it. You are the most honourable. Me? Treats, you have led us to glory. I get a cold feeling in the pit of my stomach. Nudra, we must think past our personal gain. We must think of the glory of the whole, the glory of the Horde, and the future of our reputation. He loots it. We must think about other people, he says while looting the item. Yes! Glory! Absolute glory! We must think about other people! Receives loot. And I, the ultimate RP sin, break character. Now you often say that in this situation, one loses their shit. This, I feel, is a very large understatement. What the fuck? I punched my keyboard hard and a button broke off. The players on Vent gave a kind of nervous laughter, and I went a bit quiet while Nudra tries to stick in character and give me some crap about selflessness and honour and all this. Fuck you, you little slimy bastard. Everyone get the fuck off Vent right now. To their credit, some of them actually left Vent. I don't know really who stayed. All I remember is that Freo tried to pipe up, tried to give me some shit about the GM having the right and it's all his hard work and blah fucking blah. Fuck off, Feo! You don't even play DPS, you prick! What the fuck is this? That's right. Tate doesn't play DPS. Nudra tries to tell me that he's finished with tanking after just looting the Bulwark of Azzinoth and that he wants to go DPS. That he knows he'll be good at it. I'm gonna be good. Dude, relax. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be just fine. I'm gonna be DPS. And that he may as well complete the sets. Remember, he had the main hand Warglaive from earlier in the story. This was the offhand, which is useless for a tank. In fact, the main hand is also useless for a tank. FYI. Not that it matters now. This would make sense if he switched between roles. If he was known as a good DPSer and not the RPer who treated DPS like crap. In character, which I was getting the feeling was how he saw it IRL. Because he was main tank. I tell him angrily that everyone knows I am very high DPS, warrior class master, and a very keen PvPer, and having the glaives would benefit me so enormously, and with all the favoritism and favour I had been getting, quite the impression that I would be rewarded for my hard work. Feo then says 4 words guaranteed to send you over the edge. It's only a game. Oh my god. You do not say that to a normal player, especially like someone who invests into RP and the character of their fucking trials. You don't go there. You don't fucking go there. You just don't go there. Are you kidding me? You don't take it there. Oh fuck no. This little snot-nosed, skinless undead, still in character. +1. +1. I was gripping the edge of my keyboard so tightly I could feel it groaning. Clenching my jaw so tight I could have broke my own face. Only a game. A game I've spent months on. Spent hours and hours supporting this guild, this man, this place. Spent months and hours of each day contributing gold, mats, giving help to people who didn't know how to keybind. Oh, Feo was gonna get it. Treats then pipes up and says he agrees on Nudra getting the glaives. Really? His IRL friend agrees with it? That's a shock. That's terrible. I'm surprised. Getting glaives should be priority and it would promote the guild better. He is the GM after all. I threw my keyboard at the wall with a snap. Several buttons fell off and I punched my monitor full on while yelling at the screen. I'd met Nudra. I'd RP'd with Nudra IRL and in game. I would possibly see him around. He was not a big guy. I had at least 2 stone on him. And to be fair, I probably shouldn't have taken it this far. I said something about wanting to kill him and went off chat. Oh, shit, son. Oh, man. I went for a run and was still fuming. Went to the gym. While at the gym, I looked at myself. The only time in life when a man can admire his body in public and not get laughed at. I guess. I hadn't said hello to anybody, hadn't smiled, hadn't done anything but grit out curses and threats to the mirror while lifting. Roid rage. I'm just kidding. JK. I stopped and blew out a long breath. Wow, I had seriously lost my temper. It was and is only a game. I have said this since to people, said it and fully believed it. It is a game. And while I had invested time and energy and effort, in the end, life will go on. And bosses will be killed, and at some point, rare loot will probably happen again. I took a long break from WoW after uni. Several years until rather recently when I decided to level a warrior again. Good choice. Listening to your original story times made me smile, and I'm now playing much more casually, not in RP, and not in a way that could ever cause me to get angry like that ever again. I hope you enjoyed this tale of serious nerd rage. Yeah, baby, we did, but dude, did you lose your shit or what? But that's what unfairness does to you, right? Being treated so blatantly unfairly is fully fucking bullshit. Every single time. And people let people get away with it. People put up with so much shit. Fuck that. Fuck that. If you're fucking getting treated massively unfairly, do something about it, my friends. Kick some ass and take some names. I am feeling pretty good. I finished this almost exactly on an hour. I'm so good. That is so good. That is so cool. Awesome. If there's any other questions before I wrap up this Friday, I will leave you with these wonderful comments. It is, of course, web show tomorrow. Tomorrow night, 8 PM, which is exactly 2 hours from filming this of right now. We will be doing the live web show, and Ghosty's wonderful face will be gracing your screens. On Monday, of course, it is the big new video on the YouTube channel. It's going to be pretty good. And it also features members of you guys, which is super cool. So please, send in your brofist to preachgame@gmail.com. I did not do Warlock today. I was filming for Monday's video. I'm doing some editing. I will be doing them on Tuesday, and your first Warlock video should be out Tuesday evening.